Yo, yo, yo. It is Reverse Polarity, episode 29, I think. The show that Dean always forgets the name of. But it's me, your boy HifiVega, and this over here is the man who never sleeps, the fast ring king, the man who once said, shoot, on the Kicker Unmasked live stream Tuesday. What's up, Dean?
Dude, it's funny. The reason why I always forget it is because the news show we do and this, I don't know why. It was like the names are too similar in my brain. Even though they're not. It's just like Reverse Polarity and High Level Talk. I don't know. It's like, it's too cheeky. It's like, because Fernando came up with High Level Talk, I think. I don't remember. And, you came up with Reverse Polarity. And I just play along because that's kind of my role in life, I think. But
you just start taping them to the screen or whatever.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's Thursday.
All right, so who caught this is my center channel, bitch. Dude, I couldn't help it, man. I was like, and then I said it and I was like, oh, wrong show.
Yeah.
It was the room. It's because I'm comfortable in here. I'm not at work. It's like I'm not on monitoring everything I say, and then
like good Dean mode.
Yeah,
good Dean mode was briefly deactivated.
Yeah, and then it was like I figured I could get away with this is my bitch was like I could get away with that, but that was probably as far as I could get.
Yeah, I think Kip just tried to go over that one real quick.
Yeah,
we all noticed it. So, on your recommendation, I have been watching Doom Patrol. I'm on season 2, episode 3, I believe.
Yeah,
it's pretty good, man. It's so weird. It's so weird and
so off the
crazy.
Chain. Yes,
Brendan Fraser is the man on there.
Yeah. Oh, he is. And this season, he just really, they almost said in this season, you know what? Let's just give it to Brendan Fraser and let him go. Although they did give more scenes to the 2-part guy.
Negative.
Yeah, whatever he is. Sure.
The negative something. That's what they call him. I had to look it up because I'm not actually very familiar with the whole Doom Patrol, so I had to look it up. It's negative energy or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not either. I didn't even want to know. All right, so it's a good show. I'm glad that this season there's fewer episodes, and they've already started filming season 3.
Oh, that's good.
140-inch.
Yeah, he's got he's got a projector. He's listening to his center channel, bitch.
So my center channel is the same as my left and right. So I don't have a center channel. I have a monitor, I don't have one of those. Dude, my center channel has an 8-inch in it. So.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Are you trying to side shame center channel?
I'm just saying,
I think I got a couple 2 or 3 inch, probably 4 or 5 of them in that sound bar.
No.
I keep
sound
it clean,
bar.
though.
I don't roll. You can't even tell. Keep them clean. Whatever. I'm rolling deep. Just hitting it with those 212s in the corners.
Yeah.
So,
Jesse got the free HBO Max. There you go, man.
Yeah, with AT&T. Yeah, that's how I have mine because of my cell phone. Speaking of AT&T, yes, Matt Damon is going to be here. He's in the green room right now. So we'll just we're going to get through our normal thing and then we'll have him on in the end. So everyone, for those of you that are hoping to see cardio fabricator Mark, he had something come up. These things happen. It's kind of a bummer, I know, but don't worry. Hopefully we'll get him on another week. And that'll be that. Cause I was, I'm really looking forward to that because I can't wait to talk to him and see what he watches on Netflix. And speaking of Netflix and HBO Max, we're starting something new here next week. Not on this, but I know we're kind of teasing it early into the show. But we're starting something new. And this is for all you car audio guys, and for that one guy that doesn't get the premise of this show, which his name escapes me. Side Jag is going to be a guy's perspective on movies and life.
Yeah.
And that's a new channel that we started. We're gonna have guests. It's gonna be about, we're basically, think of it as a really cool book of the month club where we don't read, we watch movies. And it's probably gonna be more than once a month.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. So think of it like book of the week club. So we're gonna give you a movie if you want to watch it, or if you just want to have us spoil it for you. And they're going to be stuff that you can watch at home. So like you can, it's we're going to try to keep the Netflix, HBO Max. I know not all of you have that. Amazon Prime, the big ones like Disney Plus and stuff like that. So I was subscriber number 2. I don't even think I'm subscribed yet, to be honest.
Yeah, you are.
Am I?
5-star is, I checked.
Okay, it was an accident. Trust me.
Hey, we're still in that small situation where I get an email every time someone subscribes, so we're good.
Oh, okay,
I dropped a link in the chat if you guys want to subscribe, or in the video description, there's also a link.
Yeah, so that's going to start next week, next Thursday night. So basically what's going to happen is we're going to do this show, and then we're going to take like 10 minutes just to like pee and whatever, and put my salad bowl away, and then we're going to start that show. Time wise, it's going to be somewhere between like a half hour and 45 minutes. We're not going to do a full hour. We're just going to kind of play it loose and see how that goes, because we don't want to drag it out if it doesn't need to drag out. It's like we want it to be fun and entertaining and move along at a good pace. And we have a bunch of stuff in store. I don't want to give it away because like we've been throwing ideas all around, and we've come up some really cool things. I don't want it to just make it the normal everyday like movie review crap, because it's not going to be that way. We're not going to put up clips and all this other nonsense. That's not going to happen because we're not that cool.
Yeah, we do our other type of nonsense.
Yeah. So, do we have a movie? We have the movie. Do you know which one it is? Or
yes.
Do you want me to look it up?
The Sound of Metal, which you chose.
Yes. That looks
and it's
really
very pertinent to what we do.
Yes.
Because the whole premise of the movie is the guy is a musician and he loses his hearing. And now he has to come back and learn how to still be a musician without his hearing, and basically going through his whole life. And I haven't watched it yet, but the trailer is pretty good. And I think it's going to be something that's going to hit close to home to all of us.
Yeah. So, and that's on Amazon Prime. So that's an Amazon Prime movie. If you don't have Prime, I apologize. Wait till next week and it will tell you if we liked it or not. That way you might want to get Amazon Prime. I mean, see how it goes. It was funny because last weekend we went to Universal, and so that was on the way home. You're like, hey, what movie do you want to watch? And I'm like this. Nap. I'm so tired. And so I'm sitting there going through this, and I'm getting car sick. So I'm like, this looks good. Ooh, no, I don't like that one. And I was like, and then, yeah. So Side Jag is the name of the channel.
Got some nice graphics on there. The side is actually going sideways. So
yes,
shout out for that.
And so when we were trying to, this was the funny part, when we were trying to come up with the name for it, he's like, I'm coming up with all these names. And actually, first off, I was going to call AMC, another movie channel.
Yeah.
Because like, aren't there a million of them out there? Great. Yeah. What's one more? And then I was thinking, I was like, because then I went to work that morning, and I don't know what happened. And it was Saturday. And you would text me and you're like, here's the names I come up with. And Fernando had the day off. So I was alone with my thoughts the whole day. And I know.
I'm surprised it came out normal.
Yeah. Well, so I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, so like I listened to one that's called New Rock Stars. And I listened to a couple other ones, and they're like all these trailer review channels because I love movie trailers. Yeah. And I'm like, well, none of them say anything about movies or trailers. It's like they don't clickbait the title. They call it something totally different, and they all have millions of subscribers, and it's really cool. And I was like, well, like your favorite thing to say is Side Jag.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn, let's call it Side Jag.
Yeah, it was perfect. Once you hit me with it, I was like, I don't know why I didn't even think of that. It literally, this whole show is a Side Jag. Now we can just move the sidejackness to that show.
And that's why I said this is going to be good for you guys, because that means we don't have to talk about most of this nonsense anymore. We can just move that over to that channel, and we can talk about more car audio or, you know, food or something. I don't know. We'll fill in the holes here with some other more compelling content, I'm sure.
Some car audio nonsense.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Big D.
That is a good one. That's a good popcorn movie.
Ooh, yeah. That's a good I need to go to sleep movie, because nothing puts me to sleep more than listening to my own voice. It's like
Dean rocks himself to sleep. Oh my god, dude. Yeah. Have you ever I don't know this, but have you ever been editing and fall asleep at the keyboard while you're editing? Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, I have.
Oh my god, dude, that is the funny, like, because your brain just does some weird stuff, and then like you're floating, and then you're like, and you press.
It takes you a second to get back. Like, what was I doing?
Why am I here? What is going on? Okay, and then you're like, I only got like 5 more minutes, man. I need 5 more minutes, and this will be over. And it's like, nope, you're not going to get 5 more minutes. You're going to go to sleep again. You know. So after like the 3rd time, I'm like, oh my god, I'll get up and I'll like walk around the room 2 or 3 times. Yeah. And I'll sit back down. Usually you can tell when that happens because there won't be a soundtrack. You know, it'll just be the, you know, I'll go, oh, there's no soundtrack. Crap.
Good enough.
Oh, well.
The first time we went to Vegas, I fell asleep at a slot machine. So, you know what woke me up is I had a beer in my hand, and I don't know how long I was asleep or what the situation was. But I woke up because it started slipping out of my hand, and I'm like just jarred up, and I had went down by myself. You know, my wife, she was already like, yeah, I'm done. I'm going to bed. And I thought I was going to be Mr. Cool Guy down there. So, yeah. Good times.
Well, that's, you know, it's funny. That's like us at Knowledgefest, man. It's like, oh, bad. What's bad? There's always, like, Chris Bennett is always somewhere up.
That dude's a machine, man. He's just like you.
Dude, he is a total machine. I don't know how he does it. Like, he's got good stories. Dean, did you see the new 240 iPad Pro? Oh God, no.
Oh, you don't have one on pre-order?
Hell no. Dude, my iPad right now is so old. I was looking at it today. I was like, dude, I got the oldest iPad in the world. I just don't know what I would use it for. You know?
Yeah, you edit on the laptop, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, depending on what show. Each show gets edited in a different place. So it's like 1, 2, like this laptop is the bigger 16.9. So this edits installed. Basically, this edits majority of the stuff. The Boring Life of Dean Haley gets edited on the air. The Instagram 5-star recap gets edited on the air. So anything that comes off the phone gets edited on the air. And then the rebroadcast of the Facebook show gets edited on the desktop. So, and the reason why I do that is those days when those shows are getting edited, I can do other things with the other laptops. So like Monday night when I edit the Facebook show, that's out on the desktop. I'll be working on this, doing something else for the show. I'll be making, actually now I'm making the note or the definition for next week's show. So like I always do that. I have to do it a week ahead. So like this week's coming up is already done. And then, so because that takes time. That's a pain. That was a dumb idea. I hate Mark for making me think of something cool like that.
Speaking of, so I got home for whatever reason, the freaking COVID second shot, I was cool all day. And then at the end of the day, today, man, I start getting so tired. I come home, I pop in. Oh, new 5-star video. I'm going to watch this a little bit. So I watched it. I'm pretty sure I made it to the end. I seen you fixed the horrible doors on the F-150. And, dude, I crash out. I don't know how long I'm asleep. When I wake up, YouTube is playing a movie, Superhero from 2008 with Drake Bell, the dude from Drake and Josh.
Yeah.
And Kevin Smith's in it.
Really?
Yeah. It's actually, I finished watching it. I was like, well, I mean, it's on. I woke up halfway through. I was like, I remember this movie.
They went into autopilot and knew who it was. They're like, "Oh, he's gonna like this shit."
Yeah, he'll
Let's
watch
put this on.
This is ridiculous.
Oh, that's funny.
It's got Shooter McGavin in it too. I was just talking about Shooter McGavin yesterday, and Shooter McGavin plays the Doc Ock character because it's like a scary movie type situation where they're making fun of him. Yeah.
Okay. Dude, that's funny.
Yeah. Wasn't bad though.
Are you watching anything else new?
I'm looking forward to Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
These HBO Max movie drops that are coming out.
Yes.
For whatever reason, they got me hyped, and every one that comes out, I want to watch it right on Friday when it comes out.
Yeah, of course. So get it just because when Godzilla came out, I was like, we're watching this.
Yeah, you got.
So if you haven't seen it yet, I've said it already a dozen times. You have to see Nobody.
Oh yeah,
you have to pay the $20 and watch Nobody. It's 100% worth it. It's a great movie. It's John Wick. If John Wick if his wife wouldn't have died of cancer and he would have had kids. So it's just like we got the other side of that. Like his wife died of cancer, we got John Wick. His wife didn't die of cancer and he had kids and got suburbia like he wanted. Nobody. It's exactly.
But he still kills a lot of people.
Well, so that's the thing. You have to watch the movie and you'll understand what I'm saying, and then you'll be like, I totally get this. This is exactly what this is. Yeah, somebody on the whiteboard got it right. It's like, all right, everyone, we have ideas. Throw them at me.
Yeah. Hey,
go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. What'd you see?
I also just started watching the new HBO Max series, The Nevers.
I meant to start that, but I wanted to finish Doom Patrol first.
But the nice thing about Nevers is it's one of those serialized once a week things that comes out every Sunday. So you don't have to be like totally committed to it. I don't know what it is, but I love movies where the women come out as the badasses.
Yeah.
And this is yes, all movie? America.
Yes.
Yeah, all of them. Scarlett Johansson, Peppermint, Hannah, Anna, all that. Yeah, love them all. Ava. They really went far in the alphabet. But this is a really weird twist on all of it. But the stars of the show are these women, and one of them is just this badass, and I'm totally into it, man. I was hooked after the first show. I was like, oh, this is cool. These women are cool.
What's coming out with Disney Plus? Don't we have a Star Wars property coming out soon?
I don't think it's soon. No, I think. We have the Bad Batch coming out on May 4th.
What's that?
Bad Batch. Did you ever watch the Clone Wars cartoons?
No.
Okay, so the Clone Wars cartoons are phenomenal. By the way, if you ever have so basically, if you start with Rebels and you work your way through the Clone Wars. That's like, I don't know, 150 episodes of these cartoons. Rebels first season is kind of like, second season, but what they go through, and Anna the Russian, Kenobi is eventually going to come out. But there's it's just a fabulous Star Wars cartoon series. They did just an amazing job on it. But in Clone Wars, they had this one arc where they had these guys called the Bad Batch, and it's all the clones that were just like mistakes or one-offs, and they have their own little group. So they've spun that off into its own little cartoon series.
Okay, so that's the next one, because I knew that like Falcon and Winter Soldier has only a few more episodes left.
I think it's just one. I think this week is it.
Oh, this week is it?
Everyone's saying there's only 6, so I'm hoping they're wrong. The new Dune looks amazing. Have you seen the previews for the new Dune?
Come on, I got it saved already.
Dude, it's like 3 hours long, supposedly, which is
I watched the Snyder
great.
Cut. That ain't shit.
I know, right? Oh, God. Oh, yeah, no doubt. That a tequila Dean? No, this is water. That cool, refreshing drink. Oh, did you catch that too? Unfortunately, in the kicker video, I'm sitting over here drinking.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't catch that, but that's funny.
I thought about. I was like, oh, Morel Cup, Loki. So Loki is gonna be next, but I don't think we get that until after the Bad Batch. I think it's gonna go Bad Batch then Loki. But
Yeah.
either way, I mean, it's who cares? It's like we're gonna watch it. I mean, it's not like we're not gonna watch it. I mean, we sat through WandaVision, so at least this is kind of better in the fact that there's, I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm more actually at this point. I'm more excited about watching Nevers than I am about watching Winter Soldier stuff, because I feel like my thing with the Winter Soldiers, I feel like they went like, let's go here, let's go here, let's go here, let's go here, let's do this, let's do that, and it's like, all right, all these arcs are really cool. Could we pick one? Could we just focus on one thing and do that? And I don't think they're doing that. I think we're just
going here.
You know, it's like we're going to talk about the Black Winter Soldier. The Black Captain America, which was a great. It's like they could have just told that story, and like
the ginger chick, the British ginger chick with this, like, just are you good or bad? Like, can we just say? I mean, you have a good goal, but you're doing a lot of bad things. Are you like the Thanos? Because they want it to be. I mean, let's just get into this. They want it to kind of go back to half the people again, basically, is what they're saying, because they had more resources and everyone was fine. So that they're basically like the Thanos of Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, they thought what he did made sense.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, it doesn't not make sense, but
no.
But I mean,
he wasn't really the bad guy. He just didn't do a thing that everyone likes. So
yeah.
Bad guy
could be considered the dean of this story.
Yeah, I mean, the bad guy is all perspective. I mean, let's be honest. Any war that gets won, whoever wins it gets to tells it from their perspective.
Yeah,
you know, there's always people that are going to get hurt on either side. It's just whoever side.
Books.
Yeah, who got to write the history books? I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some really bad people out there that did really bad things, and we've seen that. But to the crazy people that were involved and thought that they were doing the right thing, because there again, it's all about perspective. You know, them it made total sense because they were on board.
Yeah.
But if you're on board, you're on board. You know, what are you going to do?
There's nothing much you can do. So. Should we talk about car audio or what? Are you feeling like car audio talking?
I'm feeling like car audio. Let's hit some car audio. We're into this. What's the worst that can happen? Ooh, I do have a new thing. So we're going to talk about car audio before we get too deep into it. This is car audio related 100%. I have a phone. And it's YouTube related too. So I don't know if you've ever seen this before, but YouTube, who's familiar with NPR?
Oh, dude, come on. I love NPR.
Okay. Have you ever heard of NPR Tiny Desk?
Yes, the concerts?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so for those of you that have never heard of NPR Tiny Desk, and I'm sorry, this is actually going to be the cool thing that we're going to talk about on Monday. So all you guys that are here now get the jump on Monday's show, so I apologize. But so I got turned on to this from somebody else. And, so Fernando and I were tuning a car the other day, and I was like, ooh, hey, somebody said you got to listen to this. So for those of you that have really nice car stereos, which a lot of you do, that's why you're here. NPR Tiny Desk is a YouTube channel, and it's recorded fabulously. Like they're definitely like YouTube is like, so yeah, you get all the pipes. It's not like normal YouTube crappy music. It sounds great, and it's live performances that are recorded great. But what makes it cool, and this is what we tried, because this is what the podcast we were listening to was talking about, was you put the phone up on your dash and you listen to it, and it gives you the space. A lot of people want to know where the instruments are supposed to come from. You can physically watch this live performance, and when they do a pan shot, it's like the guitar player's over here, this guitar player's over here, the drummer's behind the singer, and you can see that. And it's recorded so well. If your system is set up properly, you'll be able to feel that and hear that and get that spaciousness in the car. and it's incredible, man. Like we were sitting in a car that was like good. It wasn't great. It was good. It was a small system. It was just a simple, like real basic. And it was like, oh my God, it sounded so amazing. It was like, whoa. I mean, I think we were in there for like 20 minutes, just like listening to different stuff. But it's totally worth it.
And if you do it as a podcast, they actually download them or they upload them as WAV files.
Really?
So you get a very like if you're like, whoa, why's my podcast app using up 20 gigs right now? You know, that's why.
We were streaming it on Wi-Fi, so it was okay. But it's totally totally worth it. Totally worth it. Check it out. I'm sure they'll have an artist. Even if they don't, I mean, like we didn't listen to anybody we knew. I was just like, yeah, let's play this one. Let's play that one. Who did they have on there?
One of my favorites was Jason Mraz. He done a cool one.
Okay. They had a rapper. One of the guys that sings in auto tunes all the time. I can't even think of who it was.
Lil Jon?
No.
Was it a Little?
No, there was no Little.
Okay.
I don't think there was Little.
For you then.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter. But he sung a Stack'll Make Her Kiss Her or some that's one of the lyrics in the song. Stack'll Make Her Kiss Her. T-Pain. Thank you. Look at that.
Spider-Man got you.
T-Pain. T-Pain does one where he actually sings his songs. It's stupid funny, but it sounds really good. It's like, damn, he can almost sing. Like, because there's no auto tunes. It's like Mike, him, guy playing on the piano in the back, and he tries to sing his songs, and you're just like, wow, he's gonna pull this off. Damn, they're just stupid songs.
That's what we should do. This is confirmation because I did see the look on your face when I said Jason Mraz.
I have no idea who it is.
He's kind of like one of those the scat type guys. Yeah. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I'll watch it tonight.
I forgot to write on top of that before I go to the poll because I forgot Spotify sessions. They do fabulously recorded concerts, acoustic. Check them out if you got Spotify.
Tidal does that too. I know they had a lot of concerts on Tidal. All right. What's the best movie snack? Ooh, pickles? Really?
Yeah, I think it's just in like maybe the South, like the dirty South, but they sell pickles at the movie theaters around here.
I could see that happening in Oklahoma because they like pickles too. They got a pickle problem there. Pickles and ranch.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to be honest. I'm 100% popcorn. Like, I like butter popcorn when I go to the movie theater. Like, I just want a small bag, and I just like.
Do you ever put the candy in the popcorn?
No.
Oh, dude, that's
I know.
Chocolate candy in the popcorn's good. I don't know about gummy candy, but.
No, I've heard a lot of people that do that. Like Fernando brings hot sauce, and he puts hot sauce all over his, and if he forgets it, he just looks for the nearest Latino in the theater, and it's like, hey, let me borrow your hot sauce.
Yeah,
thanks.
Well, popcorn run away with this one.
Yeah, it did.
And chocolate candy and pretzel / nachos were pretty close. I mean, I like a pretzel and I like a nacho, so I can't ding that.
I don't think pretzel is movie theater food. Like. I don't know. Like the movie place we have here has those now, and I can't get into it. Like I don't know, man. It's like I like to be able to blindly eat what I'm, just like it's dark. Yeah. This is easy, and you get up and you're like, oh,
God, you could totally do that with pretzels. Who cares about all that salt on you? I mean, you're gonna have it from the popcorn too. So
yeah, I know, but nachos are good. Yeah, dude, nachos are expensive as crap at the movie theater
for nothing, for literally nothing.
It's like $10 for nachos, and you're like, what are these made out of? What is this cheese? This is like the shittiest cheese. Like, you could use this for spackle. $10? I'll take 2. Well, okay. So to bring this back to car audio, one of the things that I use as a like when people are asking me about trying to shave money off of their quote. So it's like you take them in, you talk to them about all the things that they want, you put it all together, and you're like, okay, here's your price, and it's X amount of money, and they're just like, woof. And you're like, listen, here's the deal. Okay. Let's see what we can shave off of here and how much that's actually going to save us. Because immediately they like, I want to take $1,000 off of this. And you're like, okay, slow it down, killer. All right. I've already talked to you about the benefits of sound treatment, the benefits of fast rings. So we already know that you don't want to get rid of that because you don't, what's the point of putting a good speaker in if the door is going to rattle? I mean, and you're not going to be able to take advantage of getting that nice deep mid bass from that speaker. So then you go, okay, let's look at the speakers. All right. So if we look at what a speaker costs and you say, all right, so we're spending $700 on a set of speakers. We talked about the cheaper set of speakers. All right, so we'll save $200. All right, so we're at $200 there. Let's say we get rid of, we had the matching coaxial, so we'll save another $150. So we saved $350. All right. All this other stuff you still liked. You pick this sub. You pick, like, say, a Fox Acoustics box as opposed to just a regular Rhino Line box. All right, so we'll save $100 there. So it's like you just bring it all down, and it's like you're discounting all the things that they're excited about. Not by choice, but just this. These are all the things that you're excited about. Like, you want these better speakers, and now I'm discounting them to get you into these cheaper speakers that you don't want. And so, you find a way to save maybe $500 or $600 off them. And they're just like, wow, yeah, I guess it's really, there's nothing to save here. And they're like $500 or $600. I mean, it's not worth it. I'd rather just get the system that I want and be happy because I'm going to keep this for 4 or 5 years, 6 years, whatever you're going to keep it for. This is my dream system. I'd hate myself if I skipped out on getting the best thing for $500. I mean, how many times have we done that? Whether it's $500 or it's $100, it really doesn't matter. There's been a point in our lives where we're like, damn it, I just should have spent the extra $100.
Yes.
And I get it. It's a lot of money, but when you're already up here. So one of the things I try to tell people is like, have you ever been in the movie theater? And everyone's, yeah, of course. I said, do you go to the snack bar and buy stuff? Yeah, I say. Dean says he's not a salesman. I'm not a salesman. I am not a salesman. I am 100% not a salesman. But so I'll say to them, I say, look, I'm a reality person. All right. It's just, this is the reality of it. Okay. I'm applying common sense and our desire to have what we want and just reminding you of that. That's not a sales thing. I'm not trying to push anything on you. Whether you go with the inexpensive or you go with the expensive, it doesn't matter to me. I get paid the same. I'm just trying to put this on you. It's like, I don't want you to go, damn it, I should have spent $100 more. I would have had a better system. It's not worth it. It's like, just do it. So anyways, I'll go, have you ever been to the movie theater? And they'll say, yeah, of course. I said, snack bar? Yeah. Okay. So when you walk up to the snacks bar, all you want is a small popcorn. Like, I want a small popcorn and a bottle of water. That's it. And the first question they ask you is, you want to get a medium for $1 more? And you're like,
yeah.
That makes $1. And then you're like, yeah, sure. Well, I can get you into a combo where you get a large, So basically the whole gist of the story is before you know it, you're checking out, you're spending $50 at the snack bar. You got a backpack cooler full of Coca-Cola and a trash bag size thing of popcorn. And you're going, how did I do this? All I wanted was a small popcorn and a bottle of water. Yeah. Buying car audio is exactly like that. Okay. It just nickels and dimes and adds up and just, it's like, boom, before you know it, it's like you go in to spend $150 and you're walking out spending $1,000. And you're like, What happened? What happened? It's like, it's like, okay, here's the $150 set of speakers. For $50 more, you can get this better speaker. And then you're automatically going, $50 more. That's not bad. All right, well, what can I get for $150 more? Oh, well, you can get this. Well, if you're at that price point, if you spend $50 more from there, you can get into this one for $350. Oh, wow. And just so you know, we also have this one at $450. And this one is this. And you're like, oh, damn. And there again, I get as excited as the person buying it just because I like talking about cool car audio. And it's like, if you're already here, it does nobody any good for me not to tell you what the next one up is, because it's like, I don't know how much money you really want to spend. I don't care, but I don't want you to come back to me and say, why did you tell? There again, 30 years of this, I've heard it enough times. Why didn't you tell me about that one? I would have got that. Well, so now I just tell people, it's like, hey, listen, you could buy this, or you could buy this for this much more. And then they're like, so the next thing you know, you're in to buy $150 set of speakers, and you spent $500 on a set of speakers, only because you bought, let's say, the $250 speaker, you bought fast rings, you bought some roadkill, or you bought the ground zero door kit. And, it's like, and you're walking out of there and you got a deal. You're like, damn, man, I am hooked up. This is awesome. And you should be, because it's like you just did something awesome, and it's like, yeah.
Well, if you're going for the $700 speakers and you're trying to bypass on the sound treatment, it's like I would say that you don't even deserve even the $500 speakers.
Oh no, like,
because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what's going on.
Well, as soon as somebody comes in and they're like, hey, as soon as you get to that level, it's like there's levels that will hit. And as soon as you hit that level, it's like you're getting at least the basic sound treatment and you're getting fast strings. And they're like, well, what is that? It's like, we have this little plaque that we have, and it's like, it's this, and this is why you're getting it. Because there's no point in you spending this amount of money and not doing this, because you're not going to benefit between this and a cheaper speaker, because this is going to vibrate. This has a bigger motor structure. It's a heavier speaker.
Right.
We're putting more power to it. And it's not going to sound good if we don't. Like, your door panel is going to just bolt, all three of them, the middle piece, all that. I want to buy a Viper, but
Dean would put regular gas in it. He's the guy that would put regular gas in it.
That's not true. I never buy regular gas. I have never bought regular gas, ever. I'm a medium guy all the way.
Okay. You just ride the line.
I ride the line, baby. Yeah. I totally ride the line. Oh, yeah.
So on sound treatment, I would say, most people, at minimum, you need to do your doors. If you're serious about karate, you need to do your doors. Of course, the trunk, if you're gonna lay some power down the sub.
I don't even worry about the trunk, to be honest with you. Like, but the rear deck to me is the most important thing. So it's like rear deck, doors, trunk. Let's be honest, most people want that thing to vibrate and buzz.
Yeah.
Like, everyone wants that. And they all say they don't. I don't want to hear any buzzing.
Yeah.
All right, so just so their license plate
like Kit. Let's hear it from outside.
Yeah. Well, dude, as long as the license plate's not smacking the back of the car like this, they're totally happy. It's like, and there again, it's not the same bass as like when we were in teenagers. When we started doing this, dude, it's like I want to knock the back of my head off every time I get in the car. People don't want to do that anymore. It's like, the paradigm has flipped. Whereas before it was like some guy would spend $1,000 on subwoofers and he'd spend like $500 on mids and highs. It's like deck power was acceptable. Now it's, I want to spend $1,000 on mids and highs. And do we have money for a sub? If we don't, it's okay.
This is exactly me. You're explaining me right now. Because in 1995, 96, I would, 97, I'm like, I got stock speakers. Don't worry about those. Give me as much power as I can get, the biggest prefab I can get, and let's get some 15s in here and rock.
So the question that I like, even though we don't answer questions, why can't I come back and add sound treatment to the car? The simplest answer to that is because your door panels are cheap, crappy, and flimsy, and the clips they use suck. You want to pull those door panels off the fewest times possible, because they're not made to come off and come off and come off. All right. They're not made to do it. Most of these door panels now have like 2 screws and that's it. And they have like 50 clips. And I could tell you right now that they ain't all going to make it.
Do you guys stock clips, like random clips for different vehicles?
We have lots of
course, for 150s, F-150s, I'm sure.
They just changed them. So I'm actually getting ready to order a bunch of different ones. Yeah, I know. The influencers also deal with people that come in and ask for the best of everything and then freak out. Well, yeah, totally, George. And I feel like when people ask for the best of everything, they just have no idea what they're getting into. Like a lot of people, years ago, we have this store down here called Sound of Ice, and one of the guys that worked there was a friend of mine, because they come buy parts from us all the time. Because every store I've worked at has always been like the retailer for the world. It's like we stocked everything, so it's like you need a dash kit, you need a fuse box. We just had it, and so they come buy parts from us. And I was talking with the guy, and he goes, man, it's so funny because they get the home audio guys, so they get guys with real money. And he's like, oh, one of my customers came in today, and he's like, hey, I want your best speakers. And I just kind of laughed at him, and I said, yeah. He goes, dude, we sell Focal now. Our best speakers, you better be prepared for that. He goes, we got Utopias. He goes, those things are $5,000. And the guy was like, oh, okay, well, maybe not those.
The best speakers under 1,000.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the reality of it. It's like when I have to talk to somebody, because I always end up having to talk to people, like it's unavoidable. It's like Paul just doesn't have the building blocks to put something like that together unless we've done it 50 times and he's paid attention maybe 20 times. Like an F-150 comes in, we've done enough F-150s. It's like he'll go, here's the basic F-150 package that we sell. And it's like, it's this, it's done. We can do it. We can knock it out. We've done it a million times. It sounds fabulous. And we can do that. But something new comes in. It's like, hold on, let me get Dean, you talk to him. And so I hate asking the question of like, how much do you want to spend? And I'll be like, listen, I don't care. I really don't. The only reason why I ask is because I don't want to talk to you about all this cool stuff that you can't afford. I want to talk and get you excited about what you can physically do. So if you want to spend $1,000, we're going to have a totally different conversation than if you come in and go, I want to spend about $5,000. It's like, perfect. Because there's no point in me spending time telling you about $5,000 worth of equipment if you want to spend half that. I want to get you excited about spending $2,500. And it's like, okay, let's talk about a kicker key. Let's talk about the key system. Let's talk about adding a front stage upgrade and a subwoofer. And let's talk about doing this. And it's like, we're going to do this and this. And it's like, yeah, that sounds wonderful. And like, that's doable in your budget. And you're ready to do it. If I talk to you about $5,000 worth of stuff and you're not at that ready to do that, then you're going to be depressed and you're going to be sad. And you're going to be like, oh, I'm not going to get the system I want.
Yeah. I mean, you don't go to them and tell them like, so how much are you looking to spend a month?
No, that's not my job. We do have financing, but
you do? Oh, well, that's
good.
Of
course. Yeah, you got to. Super sticker.
Appreciate it, bro.
Oh yeah, of course. There's financing. There's always financing. You got to have financing.
Yes. What's your basic door treatment? Like, what are you doing? Are you putting one on the inner skin, something on the outer skin, and then a fast ring?
So we have three levels of sound treatment. We have the basic. The basic is that, that 12 by 12 kit that they sell that comes with 2 pieces of sound treatment. So that's the basic, in which case we just take a normal sheet, cut it in half. Half goes on one door, half goes on the other. We do around this. We put the piece in the back. And that's the most basic you're going to get. Like if you just want fast rings, it's like, all right, listen, do yourself a favor, buy the basic kit because that'll at least do something for us. Then we have the Basic Plus. The Basic Plus is a little bit different. That's usually 1 to 1.5 sheets per door. You'd be amazed at how much sound treatment is in 1 and 1.5 sheets. So that typically involves behind the speaker, around the speaker, and then around the speaker on the physical door panel itself, and or wherever the door panel has little places that might vibrate, we'll put pieces on top of that. And then we have, and that's a lot of people do that, and that'll switch between, and usually that's like 1.5 sheets of sound of the regular like butyl metal stuff, and then a half sheet of the butyl metal foam stuff. Yeah. So that's what goes in each door. And then we have the what we call the ground zero kit, which is we just sell you the ground zero kit and we just load your doors down. So whatever it comes with, we pack it in there. So that's the full baked potato where it's like, we got 3 sheets for this door, 3 sheets for this door. We got foam, we got metal, we got more foam. Yeah. We're going to town. And
that kit's dope. I like the video you guys done on it, just kind of showing through the kit. That's why aren't more people doing like this? Is a complete kit, everything you need. Why did it take them to come out with this? Because Dynamat, they do like a door kit, but it's just like you said, it's 12 by 12 sheets. That's it.
Yeah. I don't.
I stumped you.
Trust me, man. Every day we're just like,
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because that kit does come with the Is it a 2-in-1 product? So is it the metal? No, it comes
It
with
comes
the
with
metal.
everything. It comes with everything. It comes with the butyl with the aluminum. It
Yeah.
comes with sheets of aluminum. It comes with sheets of foam, the closed cell foam, and then it comes with sheets of the egg crate foam.
Ooh,
So
that's the final
that's the
touching
nice
right
stuff.
there.
Let me tell you, that stuff is sketchy as shit, though. All right, that
Really?
stuff because it's sticky as shit. However, it will not stick to itself. Okay, and that's the one thing we had to learn the hard way, because we were just sticking it everywhere. Oh, this is awesome. But then you let it sit overnight, it will literally peel itself off of itself.
Oh.
So you can't put it onto itself. You have to make sure it goes onto the substrate you're trying to apply it to.
And that's the final layer, right? In between the door panels and the metal.
The egg crate stuff goes onto the door panel itself. The actual plastic door panel, we just put that all over that. So we'll do some pieces of the leftover butyl stuff, and then we'll do the egg crate over it. So,
well, you'd be surprised, even in the Hyundai, which I've got, those doors are freaking bulletproof, but still the freaking door handle shakes because I put those Savard wrap 6.5s, and them things are kicking on that kicker key.
There's
and
only
I was like,
so much you can do.
I tracked it down. I was like, it's the freaking door handle. Like, I don't. What am I gonna do? Like, put something in there and make it harder to open, or?
No, listen, every car is going to have some kind of buzz or resonance, or just it's what's, I mean, you're pounding these things with way more power than, the 15 watts that the car had. So it's what it is. It's not the end of the world, but so for those of you guys that don't, Nick Apicilla.
Yeah.
So I reached out to him for something. We were talking about something, and I was like, hey man, I caught the episode of you talking about your sound treatment. What's that all about? And he goes, I'll send you some. I was like, okay, cool. So dude, he sent me a box of his 12x12 tiles. Nice. It's like 100-pound box. I'm like, guess what's going in the Mustang?
Yeah, got it. It's supposed to be really nice stuff. Dude, I haven't got to get hands on, but it looks nice.
It feels wonderful, and it's heavy as shit. So I'm gonna do as much of the car as I can with that, and then if I need more, I'll just call him and order another box. But it feels like Fernando. Naturally I gave it to Fernando because he's the he hates it, but he just does a good job at it. So it's something I can. It's like, here, just do what you do, man. And he's over there, and he's real meticulous, and he does a spectacular job. And it's like,
plus he's smaller, so he can get in there easier.
His knees work better than mine. That's really what it comes down to. Because I have to sit like that all day, I'm dead. But I gave it to him, and I was like, hey, tell me what feel it. Tell me what you think, because he's honest as shit, man. He'll be like, this stuff sucks. And I'll be like, all right, well, don't say that on the camera. Because we know those guys. Don't say that on the camera. Just keep it to yourself. We just won't sell that, okay? And he's like, yeah, we won't mention it. We won't recommend it. Just, keep it on the DL.
I seen Scott rolling around in an old broke down Civic, so it looks like he's waiting on on the tow truck. That's what happens, man. When you drive shit boxes like me, it happens.
If you get if Power Hog gets a call from a lady named Amy Gilroy, take the phone call and call her back. She's the so when we do the news show, we get all our information from CE Outlook. It's no surprise we either get it from CE Outlook or 12 Volt News. And I talked to her this week because we were, she likes to write articles about industry stuff. Those are the stories we don't report on the news because they're industry stuff. But so what we do is we take everything from CE Outlook and we just take the stuff that we know consumers or our fans would be interested in, and we talk about that. Yeah. And so we talked this week, and she was asking me, do you know of any new companies that are starting up or anything like that? And I was like, I know this one company, Power Hog. And so I gave her some information and who to contact. And I don't know if she'll reach out to anybody, but if not, you may want to contact her, because it's a great way, if you're in industry, to promote your brand to the industry, because most of the people that look at this page are industry people. So if you want to go that way, if it's just something to think about. Like anytime, like when we did the wire ruler, posted something on CE Outlook, and that's literally what you do. That's kind of like the tabloids of the industry. It's like anytime somebody comes out with something new, it's like, CE Outlook, go to CE Outlook, here it is, woo. So
I'm gonna use my wire ruler this weekend because I've got to get this Trooper wired up, and I need a situation where I can swap amps in and out. So I got it.
This thing right here. Ooh.
Oh, but it's nicer in blue.
Oh, you got the blue?
I got the blue.
Blue and green are our two most popular colors. So I actually have to print some more tomorrow. I have to do more because blue and green have sold the best. So we've already done 3 orders of blue and green, and I have to do a 4th order tomorrow, not the box. He contacted me before I left. He's like, "Hey, we're running out again." I was like, "Okay." So red, which is technically pink, I don't know why they call it red, is starting to sell out. So I have like a couple of reds I need to send them, and then, but yeah, blue and green are definitely the most popular, which is fine because to me, green is my favorite and blue is Fernando's. So yeah.
Yeah, I like the blue too. I mean, the green would be the easiest to find, I would say.
Yeah, that's why I like it.
Yeah. But all right, what do you do for a trunk? If someone wants their trunk dead, see, on the Sonata, I've got so much stuff on the trunk lid. There's no sub in there. I originally planned on putting a sub in there.
It goes.
Wait, no, it doesn't do that, but it won't freaking pop up all the way. It's got it just. And then I have to lift it. And then wife's like, "Why'd you do this? I don't even have a sub in here." It's like, I don't know. I'm dumb. I thought I was going to put a sub in here. I ended up not doing it.
Well, so that's why we try to not do those, because to do a trunk lid properly, a trunk lid, dude, can easily eat up like 3 sheets. Easily eat up 3 sheets. Thank you. Just email her and let her know. But so that's the problem you run into. As soon as you start putting that stuff on a trunk, it gets way too heavy, and they don't build these things to lift up that kind of stuff. So it's almost like if you don't need it, don't do it.
I'll tell you what, I've put so much in the trunk. The trunk makes a lot of sound for road noise, and that's really the reason I've done it. I probably didn't need to do the lid though, but this thing sounds like a Mercedes now when you're driving on the highway.
Yeah, right.
Because I've got the layer. I've got it all on the floor. We bought some new, quieter Firestone tires. It's riding pretty smooth now.
It's riding like a Rolls, baby.
Oh, thanks, Deviant. You're my MVP as well, bro.
Honestly, we just don't do a lot of trunks just because, to me, it makes more like everyone has a budget. So that rear deck is to me more important. It's like, let us do the rear deck, because if we can do the rear deck, we're going to cancel. We're just going to the trunk isn't going to exist after we do the rear deck. Because we've trapped that sound outside of the cab of the car with doing the rear deck. So
and it's it's like the super thinnest piece of metal on your car.
Yeah. So. Well, it's a crumple zone, so it's made to go.
But, and we just do it with a little bit of rubber when it crumples this time. Be better.
Dean got 6 full sheets on my trunk lid. Dude, let me tell you what, I will pack a trunk lid, man. I will pack that thing. Like what I like to do is I'll take a pencil and I'll trace the piece of carpet, and then I just go to town. It's like, here's my canvas. I'm gonna fill it up.
Oh, you don't want to let it stick out on the side of the carpet?
No, not a chance. Yeah.
I wonder how often when you see something like that, does your OCD just like kick up crazy when it comes in?
So there's a lot of things. That are just disappointing.
I'm not mad at you. I'm disappointed in the way you did this, sir.
I'm not. Well, okay. I'm disappointed in the way that whoever did this. Like, for example, today we had a great customer of ours come in. He drove in from Texas for just simple stuff. He's like, he likes to drive. He's like, he's got a great job. It allows him to just kind of goof around. And he's like, I want to drive to Clearwater and have these guys put a radio in my car and just fix my stuff. And it's like, he's done it before. So it wasn't like it was any surprise, to him. He's just like, yeah, man, he's just one of those cool guys. It's like, hey, man, he's happy all the time. And you're just like, why are you so happy? So a really nice guy. But somebody else, he thought, I'm going to go to these other people. These guys seem like they're real. You know, this guy was talking. He was saying the right things. He's saying the right stuff. He's just like, yeah, I'm going to do this. Anytime you refer to yourself as your OCD won't let me do this, chances are good you don't have OCD. Okay. Yeah. Because like you will never hear me say that I have OCD, because to me, it's just being me. Okay. Just, this is how I think. Whether somebody else will go, oh, Jesus Christ, it's his OCD. It's like, what? No, you're just lazy. And but that's how my brain works. It's like, this is how I'm going to do this. Stand back and let me do it that way. And then that's because that's how I see it. So, this guy came in and like, dude, it's like they damn
it, Bobby.
Okay, well, that's where I'm getting to is. So they put a giant Memphis tweeter in his door. They just cut a big freaking hole, which wouldn't be bad, but right above where they cut the tweeter was a 3-inch mid-range that they could have just mounted the tweeter there. And I was like, dude, what kind of dumbass does that? Like,
they wanted to use it. They bought new hole saws and they wanted to use them.
Yeah, okay, sure. I mean, I get it. But I'm like, I bet you this sounds great. You got like whatever's in the door here plus this giant monster tweeter. He's like, no, it really doesn't sound good. And I'm like, I'm sure it doesn't. And then they put a big amp underneath the seat, just kind of like 3 screws into the carpet and ran some power wire. And we're like, okay. So he brought in, so the first time he showed up, we just took a look at it. We're like, all right, well, we're going to have to schedule something because like we got to go through this. And he's like, okay, cool. So we got it in today, put a new radio and a subwoofer, and we're like, all right, we're going to fix this amplifier because it's like literally you can do this. So I started pulling the amp apart. It's like kind of that house of cards. As soon as you pull one thing, you find the next thing, you find the next thing. And you're just like, okay, we just need to redo this. So the first thing I find was, I pull the amp out and I start unscrewing the wires. And I'm like, dude, this is CCA. They literally ran CCA in this. I'm like, I know he didn't pay for CCA. He paid for real wire.
Yeah.
When you can pick up the ground wire and you basically floats in your hand, you're like, oh, geez.
You should be able to hurt someone with a ground strap. You should be able to slap them. If you slap them in the face with it, it should hurt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, we called them up and we're like, hey, listen, do you want us to run copper wire in this? I mean, we're pretty much redoing this amp as it is. Do you want us to redo it with the crappy wire you have, or do you want us to put new wire? And to be fair, like, the amp was borderline. Like, it should have had 4-gauge, but I'm sure the CCA probably would have been okay for 3 or 4 years before it just decided to go die and corrode. But it's just one of those things where you're disappointed, man. You're just like, God, man, like, come on, people, like, put some freaking effort into this. I mean,
dude, I almost got with Speedwire. They're using CCA and some Speedwire now.
Yeah,
dude, I bought some that I assumed was OFC, and I got it, and I was like, "Whoa, no!"
And it
this
feels
is 18
really nice
gauge, bro.
Oh, and it's like this. It's like it's some of the best. Like we have some. We get it from one of our suppliers, and Paul just sells it to those guys, and it's like, dude, it feels great. Like, it's like, wow. I mean,
flexible.
Oh, it's super flexible. And it's like you can tie it in a knot, and you're like, oh, this is awesome.
It's just all breaking inside there.
Oh, it's just going. Did you see the first part of the Toyota video where I took the CCA wire out of the car?
Yes, I seen it. Where the dust and then you were coughing the next day in the next video.
Yeah, wasn't that great? I was thinking of you the whole time I was doing that. I was like,
you probably that's on your that is in your lungs right now.
There's a lot of things in my lungs. I've been doing this for a really long time.
Yes, kiss audio. That we use as a term, a phrase, in nomenclature now, I guess. But yeah, people that really have OCD, it's not something that you just see. It's something you can't control.
No, and that's just it. I mean, I don't really consider being particular having OCD. Okay,
right.
I don't have to tap my finger 3 times on something or up knock, and I don't have to do these things. It's just there's a certain way I like to do things, as I suppose a lot of people do, and I will do it that way because if I don't, it's what bugs me. It's like, man, why didn't I do that? Damn it, I should have. So it's just like I'm to the point in my life where it's like, just spend the extra 15 minutes. It's not really that big of a deal. Take the panel off, zip tie the wire in place, put the panel back on. How hard is that?
Yeah. Or in my case, take the extra 3 months because I don't like
your
the way
case
this
takes
out.
the every 3 months.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
I do that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So hey, we talked about car audio. That's a pretty spectacular thing, right?
Yeah, we got into it, at least 25 minutes in or so.
Good. It wasn't bad. Not bad. Yeah. For those of you that want to participate in our new YouTube channel, which is Side Jag, get Hi-Fi to put up pop up. It's going to be Thursday night. This Thursday night, not tonight. Next Thursday night is going to be our premiere show. It's going to be on Side Jag. It's going to be its own channel. We're not going to do it on one of our channels. We have a movie that we are going to review that we send out to you if you would like to also watch the movie, so you can participate in the comments. The name of the movie is going to be on Amazon Plus, and the name of the movie is
Sound of Metal.
Sound of Metal.
Try to put the trailer. I'll drop them. I put a link to to subscribe. So go ahead and subscribe and then check this link out. Right.
Yeah. So we'll be doing that next Thursday night. We're going to do it right after we get done with this. About 10 minutes after that, we'll head over there. We'll do that. It's a new show we're going to do. It's going to be somewhere between a half hour, 40 minutes, 45 minutes long. We have a whole plethora of ideas that we have. We're going to have guests, maybe not next week because it's the first show and we just kind of want to work out some of the bugs. But the plan is to have a guest as frequently as possible, even if I have to freaking nail Haley's butt down here and be like, Haley, tell us what you thought of the movie. So we have cool ideas. It's not going to be your normal review show, obviously, because we're not normal by any stretch of the imagination.
It's just the way it is. It's just, I have no argument against that.
I could tell. Just like stating fact. What do you want me to say?
And I've already told my kids because they're big movie buffs as well. So I said, hey, when we have a movie you guys want to watch, I'll get you signed up. I'll get you logged on in your little iPads and phones, and you can join in.
Oh, hell, we'll just get one of them on the show, man.
Yeah.
They can tell us what they thought. I mean, they're old enough. It's not like they're 3.
Oh, I know. I know. That's what I told them. They're coming on. Yeah, they're coming on.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, that's a nice thing. So it's not going to be cardio related. And the reason for it is, for one, we do spend a lot of time on this show talking about stuff like that. So yes, we understand. Let's talk more about car audio and whatnot. That's cool. We like to have fun with this. So maybe we'll talk about food.
Yeah.
We'll talk about candies. Then we get Fernando on the show. That's his topic. Can we talk about candies? Yeah. I like candies.
I love candy, but I'm trying not to use as much. I haven't had candy in like 2 weeks, so they're pretty good.
Oh my god, way to go, man! Way to go! Yeah. I haven't had candy in what time is it?
Yeah. Well, you don't eat red meat. I give up candy before red meat.
I give them both up. I just really like chocolate, so
yeah. What super efficient Kenwood subwoofers were you talking about?
I have no idea. I mean, Kenwood only makes...
I think it was enclosed. I think it might have been enclosed ones.
Okay. I don't remember. I mean, Kenwood doesn't make that many subwoofers, so I mean, the red stripe ones of the Excellent line are really nice. We just got that box in the other day. We got to throw it in Haley's car.
Mr. Berg's already on this. He says on the movie site you will talk car audio. Probably. Possibly. We can't control these things. It happens.
I mean, it's gonna happen. I mean, it's and there again, like I tried to pick a movie that would kind of relate to, but don't plan on that being the normal thing because I'm an action adventure guy. And I was trying to think of something outside of my box because it's like I need to.
Well, and we're both watching Mortal Kombat, so I'm sure at some point that's gonna.
When does that start?
Tomorrow night.
Okay, so here's what we'll do is we'll save that for the next week.
Okay.
So Mortal Kombat will be the week after. That'll give everyone time to watch it because, like, I know a lot of people are like Fernando, where it's like the movie comes out and you'll be like, dude, have you seen that? Like King Kong, have you seen that? Yeah. Oh, like, dude, it's WWF with monsters. How hard is that to watch? Like your kid would watch it. Yeah, you're probably right. And he's like, I watched The Winter Soldier. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Go watch King Kong, bitch.
Do it right now. Yeah, but
Exactly.
I popped it up in the chat. Watch the trailer. Watch it with us next Thursday. So
next Thursday.
And we've already got 50-something subscribers. 52.
Oh, damn it. Sorry, Matt Damon. We just ran out of time. I really wanted to have you on. I know. Sorry.
Maybe
next time.
week.
Next time, bro. Next time.
Next time.
We'll have him on after Mark.
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure something out. But hey, guys, what do you got going on? What's coming in the pipeline?
I'm gonna do some SPL. I don't like doing SPL testing, but me and Derek do this thing that's the old school SPL challenge. Yeah. So I'm gonna be doing some testing for that. It's just it's a pain, and it's not I used to love SPL testing, but now I don't like it. But I want to be in this challenge. I want to put some numbers up, so that will be my video. I'm gonna work on that this weekend. So look for that.
All right. Top secret stuff, though, right? You're not going to tell anybody about what you're throwing down yet, right? You're just keeping it all secret.
No, I don't know. I haven't hooked it.
Oh, you don't know yet. So it's.
I don't have anything.
We're going to run it. We're going to drag some stuff into the dirt and see what we can get out of it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Quarter ohm, baby.
I've got one amp that's borrowed. I'm going to play it safe with that one, but the other amps I don't care. We'll wire them to the dirt. Quarter
ohm CCA wire all day long.
Might as well, man. No CCA in the Trooper.
Okay.
So, I don't care if my wife burns her car down, but I'm not going to burn my car down.
I would not join the SPL challenge. I just no. I like my amps too much. I don't want to break them just to break them. Like,
well, plus
Jason was.
I mean, these guys are good. Like, I'm not an SPL guy, and these guys are legit good. So I already know. Like, I could try as hard as I want, and I'm not going to be able to beat these guys. So I'm just going to put a number up and have fun.
Yeah. I mean. I don't even have, I mean, I have like a single 12, like I have the ground zero 12-inch that they gave me to put in something. And it's like, I got 2 Kenwoods. I could do that, get like 135. Woo.
Yeah.
If I had the quad box back, then I would just drop the 5K on it and be like, here we go.
Yeah.
But that's, that's not an old school amplifier. So
yeah, that's the problem. They didn't make 5Ks back then.
No, I mean, I got the 250 HCCA, but I don't want to hurt that. That would break my heart.
Wait, we're going to sign off, but did I show you this? I meant to bring.
Ooh.
Look what I got from El Fuego. I've done a little trading with him. Guess what he sent with it?
A bottle of wine.
A whole bag of only banana Laffy Taffies.
El Fuego's the best, man.
I know. I meant to bring them and set them here just so I could show them to you. But yeah, I was like, okay, you got me.
Oh, he's awesome. That's so cool. Save him. I'll take him.
Yeah. I got a bunch. I got a whole tube for you.
Oh, thank God. It's funny. No, because I was, we got the little candy dish and it's like, there's just purple and greens in there.
Oh.
I'm just going to throw them away because
I only keep yellows around now because I'm not going to eat them. Like, I don't care how much of a candy. Like, I might be fiending like a morphine addict, and I'm not going to eat those those banana Laffy Taffies. So,
dude, it was so funny. The other day I was trying to open one, and I'm like, God damn. I just finally tore the little piece I could get my finger on. I just ate that. And she was just looking at me like having a hard time. I'm like, no. And I threw it in the trash. I was like, screw this. Just pissed me off. It's like freaking Laffy Taffy crap.
That can be the greatest. That can be the worst.
Yeah, they all suck.
All right. Well, next week.
That's it. I got some shows. We're finishing up the F-150 911 will be finished up tomorrow. So everyone will be happy that. Next week, we'll release the full version of it. So, if you don't want to watch it, just want to wait for the hour and 30-40 minute version of it, whatever works for you. So Friday and Wednesday will be those, and otherwise Saturday will be up. Tomorrow's the news, so make sure you tune into the news. There'll be a Boring Life of Dean and Haley on Saturday. I think those drop around 9:30. So yeah, got a lot of stuff. Always, never a dull moment.
I watch the individuals and then I watch the whole thing as well. So
I think it's fun to do that. Like when I'm editing the bigger one, it really tells, like, I try to make the stories make sense. Like There was only one in this one that just kind of was like all the pieces that were left over that had to go together that were just kind of like, I don't like the way this flowed. But when you put it together as the whole and you can watch it from start to finish, then it makes a lot of sense. And it's like, oh, that's cool. But yeah, it's always fun putting them together. And then now that we release them as a full video, it's like, oh, this is, because that's honestly, that's how they were made to be viewed. But I can't sit here and edit an hour and 40-minute video and put those out every week, because I would, that'd be the only video you got.
Yeah, you're close to dying already. We push limits enough.
Yeah, well, I mean, to get the 10 minutes of it up is like freaking ridiculous. So
yeah, man, it takes time. All right,
it's just. You guys have a great week. Tune in next week, same bad time.